What's up, guys? Paramoto here. How are you guys doing today? Today, guys, I want to talk about why I believe every single Harley Davidson rider should try riding a sport bike at least once. So let's jump on this steed and I'll get to it. Like I said, I want to talk about why I think every single Harley Davidson rider should try riding a sport bike at least once in their riding career. Now, during this video, I'm going to mention a couple things here and there, and I want you guys to know right off the bat that I am not digging at Harley riders and I'm not digging at sport bike riders. This is all coming from a place of support and compassion, and I don't want anybody taking anything the wrong way. I felt so deeply about this topic that I have took it upon myself to ride on this like 40-degree brisk day here in Raleigh, North Carolina, just to come out here and talk to you guys. That's how much I believe in this topic. I could be at my house with my dogs curled up reading a book, but instead I'm out here on the Iron Pony. The Iron Pony! Yeah! I don't know why I always say that I need to talk like James Hetfield when I'm riding a Harley Davidson, but it always comes out. Metallica. Alright, gents, like a lot of things out there in the world, if you only concentrate on one thing over the other, like let's say you like to go and lift big weights and you're a big heavy weightlifter guy, if you only concentrate on lifting like your left arm only, then your left arm's gonna be huge and your right arm's gonna be teeny tiny. It's really important to stay well rounded in all facets of your life, and that's kind of why I wanted to talk about this. So there are certain things that I noticed from people that only ride Harley Davidsons that I don't notice with other kind of motorcyclists. And you take a sport bike rider and you put him on a Harley, he is gonna ride the absolute living piss out of that motorcycle. He's not really gonna get the point of the ride, but he is going to get everything out of that bike, I'll tell you that much. You know, some of the things that I see from Harley Davidson riders is just kind of like a generalized, lack of skill, I should say. Maybe lack of knowledge of what a motorcycle can do would be a better way of saying it. I've long said that your motorcycle is better than you are. You are not gonna, I'm not gonna be able to ring out this Harley Davidson. I cannot use this entire Harley Davidson's potential. I think I can get closer than most. Your bike is capable of so much more than you are as a rider. I've mentioned this before, and you know what? I know some people, they kind of needed to check their ego on that. Even when I ride my girlfriend's Ninja 300, there's not a speck of chicken strips on those tires when I'm done with it, but I'm still not utilizing the entire bike. I'm not Valentino Rossi. For those Harley riders that don't know who that is a predominant motorcycle racer for MotoGP. That's not a dig, that is just information. I see a lot of Harley riders that are kind of afraid to turn, kind of afraid to get that lean on. I see a lot of Harley riders that'll slow down to turn, and they'll take it like that way instead of like leaning, and I don't see that in a lot of sport bike riders. I don't think that's the Harley riders' fault at all. I think that's just, the fact that when you learn on a Harley Davidson, these bikes are kind of heavier than a lot. They're a little bit clunky to handle. They can be a little bit intimidating. It doesn't inspire you to get those pegs down. What I want to say here to bring things back so you guys don't think I'm digging at Harley Davidsons, when myself and Mr. Turbo were in the mountains, we did get passed by a group of Harley riders. Now, they were all over the road, as Mr. Turbo pointed out, and they weren't holding a line, but we still got passed on Panigales with Harleys. There are Harley riders out there that get it. They truly get it. They're unicorns, to be honest with you, but there are Harley riders out there that will go floorboard to floorboard on every turn, and they'll be ringing that throttle out, and they'll be living their best life. That's not the majority. That's the unicorn. So I think the majority of Harley riders would definitely benefit a little bit from, getting outside their comfort zone, getting on Twisted Road or, a similar app and renting a sport bike once, Go spend a day out there on a sport bike. Like I said, it's not really your fault that you don't really know what a Harley can do, that you don't really know what a motorcycle can do. It's really just the fact that you've learned on a Harley, and that's like your basis of motorcycle knowledge. A sport bike is really set up for you to utilize 100% of a motorcycle. The pegs are up, you're rear setted back, and you know what? You're just honestly just set for speed. The lean angles are much steeper on a sport bike versus a Harley Davidson. That means, there's a lot less crap in the way for when you lean over a sport bike that you can really get down and get on it. A sport bike is really set up for you to ring it out. and you know, for you to really get all of your money's worth out of your motorcycle. As a Harley, it's really more or less set up to be comfortable, and like I've said a million times, that's not a bad thing. Different tools for different jobs, guys. Different tools for different jobs. There is nothing wrong with having a bike that's set up for comfort. There's none. But I see a lot of Harley riders that just don't seem to know where the limitations of the motorcycles are, and they're using very little of the capabilities of their bikes. Now, I've seen, you know, Harley riders slow way down, and like, I'm gonna take a turn up, you know, baby that turn, and these people are like, what is this guy doing? I don't really see sport bike riders doing that. I don't see supermoto riders doing that. I don't see touring, you know, I don't see ADV guys doing that, you know. I only see Harley riders really slowing down to take turns. You know, if you have a gaggle of people on the highway going 500 to the speed limit, it's not gonna be supermoto guys. You know, variety is the spice of life, and you gotta use, there is so much sand and gravel, you really gotta try to push your comfort limits every once in a while for you to grow as a rider. And my tires are cold, and it is like 40 degrees out, so I'm not trying to get knee down there, but I'm just showing you guys that these Harleys are capable of much more than what people give them credit for. They really are very capable machines. I have, you know, all the respect in the world for Harley Davidsons. They are very capable machines. If you took a sport bike rider like Valentino Rossi, you know, and you put him on the track with one of these things, you'd probably want to raise the pegs up, but he'd probably blow people's minds on one of these things. But the bike would be crying. The bike would totally be crying when Rossi sits on it, just like, oh God, no! Oh God! It's the last time I had an oil change. My throttle's about to be wide open for the next 15 minutes. It takes a person like that to really utilize all of your bike. But keep in mind that next time you're in a turn, go deeper, lean harder. Your bike is capable. Get a sport bike. Get a sport bike so you can learn this, you know? Ride a sport bike one time just so y'all can learn this, you know? There is no shame in riding a different kind of motorcycle than what you're really used to. And I need to pop into this bank real quick and deposit some checks because it is Christmas time and I am broke. So this is definitely not where I left you guys. I ended up making a couple of quick little stops. Went over to Lowe's to get some stain for my YouTube creator desk, which I've been working on for a little while now. I'm finally gonna finish it now. I think there's a way out over here. And then I've been in the mood to watch Christmas Vacation for so long, and it hasn't been on TV, and like literally like they were charging for it. Like, how do you charge for this? It's like a rite of passage to be able to watch Christmas Vacation during Christmas time. And like people were charging for it on the TV, so I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm just gonna go buy it. So it's like, why do I not have it already? You know? Met a really nice guy on a Honda Shadow, super cool bike, super cool dude as well. I got one more stop to make and it's on home for the night. So guys, like I was saying, it's always good to be well-rounded. It's never a bad thing to have more experiences rather than less experiences. And when it comes down to Harley versus sport bikes, that's not really a question that you can be like, you know, one is, you know, expressly better than the other. Anyway, one is not better than the other. You know, it really isn't. It's just a matter of personal preference. So if you know, think that I'm hating on one style of riding over the other, I'm really not. And I hope that that's not what this video came off as. This video really came off as trying to push my fellow Harley riders towards just getting more experiences. Get more experiences. Hello, doggy. That dog was just like, I'm stopping right here and I'm watching that Harley, bro. You know, I just want everybody to just have the best experience out of riding in general. I'm just gonna go around you. Anyway, you know, it's just, I don't plan on being anything but friendly and express how much I like riding my Harley versus how much I also like riding my sport bike. You know, different tools for different jobs, but I feel like everybody should be well-rounded. If you like this video, guys, and you want to see more of these videos, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button down below. I do plan on doing a why every sport bike rider needs to ride a Harley Davidson. You know that video is coming, and that video is going to be on my 2018 Ducati Panigale 959. I plan on shooting that video on that. I'm trying to reach out to Harley riders with this video while riding a Harley, and that video I'll be reaching out to sport bike riders while riding a sport bike. Speaking the language, as people might say. But it has gotten cold out here. It's a little bit darker too, if you guys didn't realize. It's only 4:30, man. I don't know how people like wintertime. I am a summertime guy all day long. You give me 80 degrees every day, and I would be tickled pink. So guys, like I said, please make sure to like this video. Please hit that subscribe button down below. It helps me out a ton. Anyway guys, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Deuces.